Hi guys, this is Zhao. We will be interviewing Max again on his Dragon Ball because he did top 16 on Auckland Regionals. So we'll
Top
go.
eight,
Oh,
bro.
top 8. Sorry, sorry.
Come
Top
on.
8. I don't know anything about about Dragon Ball, so we're gonna let him yap. So we're gonna run through his deck list, and I guess he'll show you if you run any tech cards or whatever.
Yeah.
So
We'll go through it.
go for it.
All right, so I'm playing Blue Vegeta. That's this beautiful boy. Now, as always, the most important card in the deck is my Gengar NG marker. It just is what it is. We play Fusion World, so I can play Gengar NG marker. It's fine. But no, Vegeta. Blue leader, blue, you want to defend yourself on high life because the deck inherently wants you to have 7 or less cards in hand. So you just want to stay on high life. Basically, long story short, early K, 15k leader swing is a lot easier to get out of than a 45k Broly swing later in the game, so just combo the 5k early. On the Awakened side, activate main, if you have 7 less cards in hand, it gets plus 15k, so it's a big 35k beat stick. It's a super combo check every turn, which is lovely.
That sounds broken.
Yeah, it's great. It's slightly bigger attack than droids, but you know, droids is droids. We'll go through the deck. I've got 4 1-drop Trunks. Trunks is your ideal turn 1 play because it does something on turn 1. We like those. 4 1-drop Pilafs. Pilaf recurs everything. It's a broken card. It can recur itself. The new Black Hercule is a less broken version of Pilaf, but Pilaf, as soon as Pilaf gets banned, blue is nowhere near as good. So those are kind of the 1-drops that draw cards. For my, reduce one of your opponent's battle cards cost by 1. Super valuable, so your Vegeta can hit 5 costs. Your Vegito 5 costs can hit their droids as 6 cost.
Is there a Vegito in the thing?
Yeah, it's Vegito.
Damn,
yeah,
sick.
Right, it's pretty cool, right?
Sorry to stop you there. Keep going.
So your Vegito Secret Rare can hit droids as 6 cost double strike. With my, you can hit Secret Rare with Gohan if you use one of these. Basically, a bunch of applications, and it's a 10k, so you can get it back off Pilaf as well. Just super versatile card. I wanted to have more turn 1 plays, so we ran 2 pans. It's also an Earthling, so when we combo it off, we can grab it with Videl, which I'll show in a sec. Draw 2, discard 2. You're either running this or you're running the Bulma that activate main, discard 1, at end of the turn, draw 1. Both of them kind of do the same things. My logic is I want to be able to counter it out. I want to be able to counter out with it, whereas Bulma you want to leave on the field. So that's kind of why I went for Pan instead. We've got the 1 Gallic Gun. I was on 3 Pans up until last night. Mind you, I was on black up until last night. I'm really good at switching Dragon Ball decks last minute. We swapped to 1 Gallic Gun mainly because I got 1 in foil, and I was like, if I'm going to be sad, I better be sad with foil cards. But no, it's a good card. It came in, it won me one of the games and also lost me a game. I'll talk about it later. Then we have the broken card of the deck, 4 Videls. When it attacks, it adds if you have 7 fuel cards in hand, you add 1 blue non-Videl card with energy cost of 3 or less and Earthling in its special traits from your drop to your hand. Broken card. Really good card. We love Videl.
Looks beautiful too.
Looks beautiful. The alt art looks great. You know she's a kid, right?
Yo, chill. Oh, chill. I'm just talking about the art, bro. Chill.
We've got 3 crit Vegeta. It's just another 2-drop. Blue's really curve reliant now, so you just want to have multiple cards on each curve. Really good against greens, because against green you just have to apply pressure. Less good into other matchups, you can just charge it. It mattered in one of my games that it took a life, so I could awaken and actually kill him on that turn. Now we go into the 3-drop cards. We'll go over, I guess, what everyone expects you to run, which is the 4 3-drop Vegetos. You played against black to remove like a cantrip or something, but the main reason you played against black is so when they play Secret Rare, it's a 3-drop on your turn, so you can bottom deck Gohan, force them to out it with Event. It's a good card. We like Vegito. And then the other 3-drop battle card I run is I run 4 of this Trunks. It's not run as much. A lot of people run Sickle to answer Black's 3 and 4 costs as well as like the 4 cost Jiren. I run Trunks because in my mind, bouncing something back to hand is essentially like the same as just removing it from like KOing it or bottom decking it. Sure, they have access to play it again, but like I'm just going to assume my opponents draw well, so they just have another copy of the card in hand anyway. So by bouncing it back to hand, I get a body on the board, so when I swing, it's a card out of their hand, plus they have to remove it, so they either swing into it, in which case it's also comboed out. So they've lost a card in hand, and I've got out of a swing versus Sickle. Even though the bottom decked it, I just didn't get a body. I didn't get to apply any pressure, and the way I see Fusion World at the moment is just all tempo reliant. Like whoever gets the tempo is just ahead. So this card helps you with tempo. When your opponent cheats out cards, this kills them. So This is why I run instead of Sickle. It didn't do too much for me today because I legitimately only versed blue, black. I think I versed one red, but it's just I didn't need it. But
Is black your easy matchup by any chance?
black. I didn't. Black's not an easy matchup, but it's a matchup that this is really useful for.
Cool.
Then we've got two absolute lightnings. The other logic I use is, so for example, against black, I like to have more outs to a card than they have copy of their cards in deck. So black has 4 secret rares. I want to make sure I have more than 4 outs to remove the secret rare. So on curve, I have 6 outs. So that's the logic that I like to use when I'm building a deck. Is I want to make sure that RNG is always in my favor rather than my opponent's favor, like the odds are. The odds are forever in my favor, Hunger Games fans.
Gambling.
Exactly.
Strategic gambler.
Strategic gambling. Absolute lightning, bottom decks, anything in the game. Really important to have against green. Bottom decks, droids, bottom decks, 8-cost Broly, bottom deck, cell, and allows you to play like a Videl on curve. Like, so you play on 5, you can do this plus Videl, so you still apply pressure that turn instead of playing, instead of just playing Zeno, which doesn't do as much a lot of the time. So that's absolute lightning. And then the other really good card, this is Sickle, but a body. Only bottom deck's 3 costs. There isn't too many 4 costs in the format. It's only really, I mean, there's a couple. That's a lie. There's so many 4 costs in the format. But just with your Vegito plus your Mai, you're able to reduce the 4 costs that matter to 3 costs. So this becomes a tempo play plus a body on board. 30k bodies are really annoying to remove. Really, being 4 costs is super important against black, which is why it's really nice to play Vegito, so we can then out the Goku with this. But that's Gohan, super good card. Art looks really nice. 3 cost Vegeta. It's double strike. We like going for game. It's good against Blue Mirror because you can bottom deck their 4-drop. It's good against Black because you can bottom deck their 4-drop. It's good against Deering because you can bottom deck their 4-drop. It's just good, and double strike you can very easily go for game. Blue is one of the colors that's able to take your opponent from 3 life down to 0, the easiest. Green does it a bit better, but blue does it the second best. That's just because leaders are 35k, this is 35k, plus you have access to peel after like really buff cards. So Vegeta, super strong card. It's just broken. Vegito, this is 30k dual attacker and bounces to 5 or less, so really good in the blue mirror because you're bouncing your opponent's Vegeta, so they get so you remove their card plus you get 2 30k swings. Really good into black because you're bouncing their Bardock back to hand. And also just the 2 swings like really good to apply pressure. A lot of the time you need to know when to go, okay, my opponent can't kill me next turn. I just have to like go crazy this turn so I can kill them next turn. And Vegeta is one of the cards that helps you do that the most because 2 swings, very good. Going on, we have 4 Zenos. It's a 10k, which is one of the reasons we run it at 4. It's also just, it's more removal against green. As I said, I like to have more outs to their cards than they run a copy of those cards. So in total, they normally run 4 8 costs, and I have 6 ways to remove 8 costs. And Zeno's also really good for wide ball. It's just a super versatile card. When you're playing against droids, you really want to see it. It doesn't matter if they play 8-drop Broly or if they play like 3, 4/2 drops in a turn. Zeno's really good at clearing all of them. And then last but not least, old man Kai super combo. It's a super combo.
Woo!
Just old. We like it. I'll go through my matchups quickly.
Easy. Run through your matchups. Go.
Round 1, I played against a Vegeta Mirror. My opponent kind of just didn't see curve. My curve was a lot better, so was able to win that one. Round 2, I played against Anthony on droids. I did not want to see droids. I was just hoping I could continue my luck with BY and just keep dodging green decks. I was lucky enough to. I saw the insane curve. I went second. On turn 1. I played 2-drop crit Vegeta, and then I played Videl on 2, then Vegeta on 3, then Gohan on 4, and I just was able to kind of swing really hard aggressively, and his hand wasn't the best, so luckily enough, was able to get that win. Round 3, I lost the Vegeta Mirror. I was assuming my opponent wasn't running the 6-drop Goku Black, because it's kind of a bricky card in the mirror, because most of the time your opponent will be able to, or your opponent can play the 5-drop Vegeta, which requires your opponent to out it, and it's very hard to out it while playing the Goku Black. It's also a lot of the times like this gets if a Goku Black entering a Vegito gets like a what does it get? this it gets a 40k swing in and then a 20k swing in, whereas Vegito entering Goku Black gets a 40k and a 30k swing in. So we just play Vegito instead. That's my logic. I think so. I was just assuming that no one else would be running the card because it's not very good, and it's like the mirror is one of the best reasons to run it, but it's also not that good in the mirror. So I didn't think it was running it, so I instead went wide the turn before he could have played it to remove his board and apply as much pressure as I could that turn. And then he played it, and I was in a really bad spot. He had to all in me. I was on 4 life, and I think he had to kill me in that turn. I didn't have many cards in hand. His last 2 swings was 45. I had a super and a 5. I had to take it because I had 3 dead cards in hand. And then the life I took was Gallic Gun, which was, meant to be a pan. So if it was a pan, I would have won that game because his next swing was 50k. So I would have got the 10k, but is what it is. So we lost that round. Then I played round 4. I played against another droids. So it was my second droids. It was a close game. He played Jiro's Lab, which kind of made it easier because he was slower and he chose to go. He played Jiro Lab and chose to go second, which were like, I'm happy with that. If you're playing Lab, you definitely want to go first in every matchup. So it was a bit surprising that he chose to go second.
Did you win that matchup?
I was able to win that matchup. Very nice.
You're lucky you didn't verse my droid.
Yeah, I would. Oh, if I versed Sal's droid, I would have been doomed. And then that was round 4. So I was 3-1. Then round 5, I versed another droid. Was able to barely scrape through that one. Just applying as much pressure. It's the same kind of thing. Play as many bodies as you can early, and then go in for the kill late. Gallic Gun was actually really good because I was able to use it for a 15k swing 15k buff without losing cards in hand. So very happy I ran it. Then round 6, I played against Gary or Jawe. I was playing Jiren. Jiren's a really favourable matchup, but Gary being an amazing player made it very close. I was just able to scrape out the win, and then final round I played against my 4th droids of the day, hoping to dodge droids. But was unfortunately lost that. So I went 3-1 against droids, which I was pretty happy about. That last game I just kind of blundered in my second last turn, and it cost me. So is what it is, but hey, that's how we play. We got 8th or 7th, I think, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, that went X2. That's my Vegeta deck profile. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter or post them in the comments down below. Well, once again, congratulations. I guess any shout outs for Dragon Ball people or yeah, I mean always gotta give shout out to the team, the East Coast Dragon Ball PX3 team, John, Kevin, Ryan, always a great help. I mean we're and Zhao. And Zhao, you're honorary on the team, Hadn't played a game until this morning. Gave him a 10-second boot camp, and he gets top 32. Let's go. But no, we put in. John puts in the most effort and gives us a bunch of lists. So shout out to John for refining our decks for us. Shout out to Kev who was here this weekend as well. We both had the sadness and the testing last night where we're like, nothing feels good anymore. And then I swapped to Vegeta last minute because my Bardock testing wasn't going well. And I was like, if I'm going to be sad, at least I can be sad with my alt arts. So that was that. Shout out to Elliot. Elliot always loves to test with us and play more Dragon Ball games. And shout out to Tak for running the event. Cool. Happy days. Shout out to Marlon for winning after, just not playing much at all. Yep, sick. Cool. Anything else to that? That's me done. Thanks, guys. Happy days. Peace. See ya.